I said, oh, she said my head aches, but she's still dancing to the music that my band played. I said, oh.
All in Cooper CPAs, located in the heart of East Nashville, offer a wide variety of tax services for individuals and businesses. Contact them at 615-257-0646 and visit their website, allcooper.com, for a full list of services.
What's up, East Nashville?
You
I just
good?
wanted to know how their week was since last week.
Well, let's check.
I hope it's going well.
Okay, now that you guys have had an excellent week, and we're really stoked about that, we'll give you a quick rundown. This is actually Nashville Bike Month. We have an event for that. We have partner yoga. Let's see, we got a Hootenanny this week. We have some chamber music, take you back in time, plus cars, drawing, an art show, Google group, and the business of the week.
That's
all of
a
those
lot.
things coming up very shortly.
Bandwidth for today's show is brought to you by SoftLayer.com. We love SoftLayer here at Talkapolis. They are the greatest hosting company ever. They make everything easy. Check out their website at SoftLayer.com. Thanks again for sponsoring the show.
Talkapolis, the social media TV network for your city.
Welcome back. I'm Jillian. I'm sure you all know Brian very well.
We've met. Jillian, did you know that in the great city of Nashville, Tennessee, one of the boom cities of the country right now,
Yep.
maybe the city of the whole nation, it's Bike Month.
Wow.
Supposed to be riding your bikes.
That's very exciting.
And again, to promote some exercise around town. But the May 17th here, which I believe is Friday,
Yes.
if I've got my dates correct, and often I don't.
You do, actually.
Who
this
knew?
week you do. I'm so proud.
But it is Bike to Work Day, and in East Nashville, they're going to be riding from Inglewood and Five Points to the Courthouse Square this Friday morning. They're trying to get the largest group they can going. They're going to leave Riverside Village at 7 a.m., and they're going to bike over to East Side Cycles at 7:30 and join up over there, and then they're going to head down to the courthouse. They're going to do some riding. And I believe at the courthouse, Mayor Carl Dean is going to be there, and he's going to talk about Bike Month and how May is Bike Month for Nashville and how you could use your bike. He's had a big initiative trying to make Nashville a greener city, a more eco-friendly city. That's why they've got all the solar panels on top of the new convention center, and you can contribute to eco-friendliness by riding your bike. You can also contribute to your own health by riding your bike.
It's true.
Because I've seen how slowly you walk and how you groan every time you have to get up because your knees are about to break, and I worry about you.
Yes.
So
Well,
riding your bike is important.
If someone wants to donate a bike to me, then I'll ride my bike everywhere.
And it's called Craigslist. They got
just
free
don't
stuff on there
have
all the time. All the time.
Okay.
But I think if
have
you
something
were going to
exciting.
have a baby,
Yes, which I am not.
which no, you're not. What sort of physical activity would you like to do?
Well, I think that when you're pregnant, sometimes it's hard to find, you get nervous about doing the stuff that you would normally be doing. But Kali Yuga Yoga is trying to help with that. They are doing a special partner yoga for childbirth class on this Friday, May 17th, from 6:30 to 8 p.m. With Karen Kipke and also with Holly Heveron Smith and birth doula. And they say that they're going to be doing special poses that are safe for mothers in all trimesters of pregnancy, to help increase strength, flexibility, energy, and stamina, but it'll also be a good workout for the dads. It's $40 per couple, and like I said, it's going to be this Friday from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at Kali Yuga Yoga, and it'll, sounds like something that's fun, safe, and healthy to be doing.
Yeah, and the partner yoga could help, husband and wife, mom and dad, their bond a little bit, because sometimes the whole pregnancy thing can be stressful.
Yes.
It's like the most science fiction thing in the world, and trust me, as a guy who has a child, I don't get the whole pregnancy thing. I don't know how it works. It just makes makes women crazy, but at the same time, it's putting them through something that I can't possibly imagine. So,
Right.
It's a little bonding time instead of just going, I got to get out of the house. Go and do something together for a little while.
Yeah.
Saturday from 4 to 10 p.m. at East Park is the East Side Hootenanny. This will be the third week of the Hootenanny. They're gonna be getting down.
Hootenanny.
I know. There's food and beer. It's free to go in. You're going to want to have an ID so that you can buy the beer if you want the beer. I believe Yazoo is providing the beer for it. This week, we've got LL, Coin, The Jag, Goodbye June, and Bonnie Bishop are all playing. The music's completely and totally free, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. at East Park. Proceeds go to benefit Urban Green Lab. And after this, we've got 3 more of these that will be on the consecutive Saturdays, 25th, June 8th, June 15th. But this week, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. at East Park, completely and totally free to the public. Just walk in. Nobody's going to stop you.
You just go in.
You just go in. And you got 5 musical acts that are going to play between 4 and 10. I think all excellent things to do.
Yes.
I think we've got another musical
We do.
ensemble.
We do on Saturday. There is going to be chamber music underground at the top of Woodland Historic Bed and Breakfast, combined with it's also a wedding chapel, and it's going to be pretty fun. They said that it's pretty rare to hear chamber music in its original environment, which is like churches, and so they're very excited to be doing this. There is going to be the Eastwood Ensemble performing. Sorry.
They could propose to somebody too, you know.
I'm thinking wedding chapel. Anyway. And there's also going to be a special guest, Tennessee composer Alex Bolton, and Selling Bolton there as well.
But it is the idea of the whole thing is this is a benefit for the Eastwood Ensemble. It doesn't have ticket price on here. I'm assuming it's somewhere between like $3 and $1,500 for a ticket.
Well, let's see. It is $22 for adults 21 and over.
Look at that.
And it's for 21 and over only. They said it's they're going to check IDs at the door, unfortunately. Makes me wonder what's going to be going on
Sorry,
at this
20-year-old.
chamber
Well,
music.
Lachlan Table is going to be making a special drink for all attendees in celebration.
Well, that makes sense.
And the goal here, the Eastwood Ensemble, which is the chamber music group that's going to be performing, they are trying to raise enough money to become an official nonprofit organization so that they don't have to worry about taxes and just trying to get money raised so that they can actually have some money when they perform. But to become an official nonprofit organization. And it would be nice to have another art-centered nonprofit in East Nashville. And most likely, whenever that happens, you could be looking at them doing some music lessons for the kids. And then, all weekend long, do you know what's happening all weekend in the Titan Stadium in the parking lot?
Not my favorite thing, but...
No, not at all, because you didn't understand this when I explained it. And it's pretty basic. It's the Good Guys' 8th annual Nashville Nationals. It's a car show. And they're going to take the parking lot there, and there are no cars past the Nixon administration. They're all going to be before that. You're looking at hot rods, muscle cars, custom cars. People are going to be there. They're going to have the cars running. They're going to have the hoods up. You can look at the engines. You can check out the awesome design. These are some people have built these cars literally from scratch, like where they didn't have, where they had nothing and they went and bought stuff and they made a car. People like that are going to be there, or people who broke it down to just the frame and then built it back up.
I'll actually be displaying a car that I built at this show this weekend.
No, you said you weren't going.
I was...
Right. It's going to be at 1 Titans Way, which is in the LP Field parking lot. General admission, $18 for 13 and up, $6 for kids 7 through 12. Children 6 and under are totally free because they don't think that they'll be interested in cars at all, which is fine. They're going to be driving competitions, swap meets, parties, vendor and manufacturer exhibits, and other events. All-American Sunday, open to late model makes, and for the kids, and plenty of adults that we know, you may want to participate in this because you actually could make your own car here. You actually could make your own car. A model car building area within the children's entertainment section.
Wow.
Right.
Then I could learn more about cars.
Yes, that would be excellent.
Yes.
But that's going to be going on all weekend, May 17th through the 19th. And I believe it is 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. That's what I'm going to stick with that. 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day.
Yes. Well, the third Sunday of every month at the 5 spot, Dr. Sketchy's Anti-Art School goes on. It's from 6 to 9 p.m. It's $5 to get in at the door and $10 to draw. And the really cool thing about this is all kinds of different models will show up. You have ballerinas, contortionists, bodybuilders, drag performers, derby girls, and they all come and you sit around and then you sketch them. And Dr. Sketchy's Anti-Art School has branches in about 50 cities all over the U.S., which is pretty cool. So it's not like this is just like a one-off thing at Nashville. But the five spot is really fun to hang out at anyway. But yes, that's the third Sunday of every month from 6 to 9 p.m.
And this Sunday will be the third Sunday. That's why we're sending you, and we're not pulling a May Fool's joke.
No.
That doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
Also, beginning Sunday, and I believe if this Tennessean posting that I have is correct, running through the week at Custom Thrills Tattoo Shop in East Nashville. They also have the Octane Gallery, which is where they just have art shows, art exhibits. Shauna Peterson, who is a California artist and illustrator, is going to be having her new show, Pleasure Island, out there. It starts on Sunday, and it's going to be from, it says 8 to 10 p.m., but I think they may open at noon on Sunday and be open till 8. That's what I think the actual Sunday hours are. But she's going to, and it's all kind of based on vices, and it says, from booze-slurping sock monkeys to the house band from hell. She takes a look at all the vices, this life and beyond. So it's going to be out there a little bit. Can you handle that? Because you're not okay with cars, which are pretty mundane.
No, this I would actually be really excited to go see.
All right.
Yeah.
But to check on all the hours and all the days that it's going to be there, you can check out Custom Thrills on their website. I believe customthrills.com, or you can give them a phone call at 226-3009 and ask questions. They have some lovely desk workers who do the bookings and answer all the questions that you have. You can also check out art from their other tattoo artists that are there, and maybe book yourself an appointment to get tattooed while you're there, because they're one of the better shops in town right now.
Yeah.
We're going to move along now to the Google groups.
Yay.
Jillian, if you were a homeowner and someone kept parking in your front yard, how would you feel?
Like literally in the yard on your grass?
Like totally in the yard,
I would be very upset.
Well, our friend EJ here has had this problem, and on more than one occasion.
By the same person, or do multiple
This has
people?
been two different people who lived in the same house, have a rental property near her home, have somehow decided that the yard there was the correct place to park whenever their driveway was being paved, when there were actually even construction workers that were working on a different house that decided that yard was the one to park in. But EJ unfortunately found out that it was Codes or Public Works told them that it's illegal to park on the grass even if it's your own yard. The catch is the citation goes to the property owner. So the person who's parking in the yard isn't going to get the citation. It's the person who owns the yard, right? That's the acceptable face for that. And what EJ wanted people to do was, and this is literally what EJ asked for, was for people to drive by and look at the yard and tell them if there was any reason people would interpret that yard as a place to park instead of a yard that you shouldn't park in.
Yeah.
And with the construction or the work crews, EJ and the foreman ended up getting into a yelling match in the yard and it took that to get them to move their cars.
Oh my gosh.
And there are other
for you, EJ.
A lot of people just suggested putting up a fence.
But that's a lot of money.
Which I get, but maybe you just build your own fence.
Or maybe
which it's still not going to be easy, but
we could have laws that make sense.
We could, but again, if you've seen how the lawmaking process in this country works, it could take a minute to get a good one. But it said, this guy, Simon Washington, posted, he had a similar problem at a previous address, and his solution was to put a nail in the tire every time they parked there.
Okay.
That's what they get for driving through your yard. You can't
Can I
remember
tell
where
you
you
what
drop
I
nails
would
in the
do?
yard. I would love to.
I would go park in that person's yard. And every time that they got you a citation, I would go park in their yard so they got a citation too. Teach them a lesson.
I appreciate your tit for tat idea there, but what if you're dealing with a neighbor who is like one of my former college roommates, a person who doesn't understand getting even but only understands one-upmanship? Then you could be looking at broken windows or a busted up car, and
That's
it just
true.
seems there are probably other ways to go about it. But I think the nail is another another option. Go with the fence, go with the nail, or talk to one of your local representatives, your state reps, your local reps, and see if there's anything that can be done from a legal standpoint. Is my suggestion. And then the next question on the Google group board. Who's your most trusted mechanic in town?
CS Automotive.
CS Automotive.
Yes.
That's who you're going with?
But I was referred to them by a friend who goes there, so that's the only one I've been to in town.
But they've done well.
Yeah, they have done well so far.
CS Automotive.
Over in Brentwood.
Growing up, we used to take our cars to Carl Wood's garage over off of West End. But Callie TN, I can't read, public school. It says Jerry and his sons are the best, and they're over on Porter Road, and they've been running a shop over there for 20 years. It's across from the Gulf gas station, and that's a place to go. And then H&H on Home Road is also really great. But if you guys have suggestions for mechanics for Callie TN, just check out the Google groups and go ahead and post your response. There are a couple on there. H&H has gotten a couple of people saying, yeah, that's the place to go to.
Yeah.
You should go to that one.
H&H.
So check that out, and we're going to take a quick break and come back with our business of the week.
All in Cooper CPAs, located in the heart of East Nashville, offer a wide variety of tax services for individuals and businesses. Contact them at 615-257-0646 and visit their website, allcooper.com, for a full list of services.
Welcome back.
I think they're all really excited about our business of the week this week.
I would hope so. It's that time of year where you're going to sweat when you're outside.
Yep.
We're getting there, where it's just going to be hot enough to sweat. So if you're going to be sweating, it wouldn't really matter if you were eating hot food because you're already going to be sweating, right?
Exactly.
So this week, our business of the week is Pepper Fire Hot Chicken, Nashville-style hot chicken. They're located at 2821 Gallatin Pike. For a while, it was just a drive-up. You could just drive up to either side, you order your chicken, you go. Mm-hmm. They have added picnic tables out front and kind of a covered patio area. And in the winter, they put the plastic sheeting around, and they've got a heater inside, so you can go and you can park and sit down and eat your food there. Mm-hmm. But it's Nashville-style hot chicken.
Their menu looks awesome.
Grab them a breast quarter, a leg quarter, a half chicken, a whole chicken, jumbo wings, not little wings, my friend, jumbo.
I love wings. I'm looking at this hot chicken sandwich.
I think you should have it.
And large apple fire. Belgian waffles with chicken tenders. That looks amazing.
And apples on top.
Yeah.
And sweet apples.
I've
right?
never had chicken and waffles. Ever.
It sounds like we're going to have to take a field trip.
Yeah. I love
Pepper
those
Fire
field
chicken.
trips. Yeah.
The side items, you can get the crinkle cut fries, the baked beans, the potato salad. You can even have some fried okra. You could even have some fried okra. And then they got the traditional sodas. The food ranges from $10.99 to $3 if you just want a grilled cheese. Mm-hmm. So really, you're looking at pretty affordable. And the $10.99 is going to be the large apple fire with 2 sides. What?
I'm going to be
get
full
sides?
for days.
Yes, you will. Or at least until it runs through you. But either way. Hot chicken is one of the more enjoyable dining experiences just because it's fun. And you get to that point where you're moderately uncomfortable, but the food tastes so good that you have to keep eating. And that's when you decide if you're committed to personal comfort or to finishing your meal.
Yes.
And as
Obviously,
this is Nashville and this is the South, it's finishing the meal.
Yeah.
But that's the business of the week. Pepper Fire Hot Chicken. Go check them out on Gallatin Pike. That's all I have for East Side this week. Do you have anything else?
Nope.
We have nothing else. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.